Groove number 4 is called NOLA, which stands for New Orleans, Louisiana. And it's another blues in the key of A this time. And it's a bit of more stripped down blues because we're not going to the 4 right away on the second bar. And we're not going back down to the 4 at the end after we get to the 5 and the E. And this is a much more laid back groove, whereas in the first 3 grooves we're playing right on the beat. To make this groove happen, you're going to hopefully understand about laying behind the beat. I'm also using some slides to approach the third, which sort of implies the major minor third to give it that bluesy sound. And I tell you what you're really going to love about this groove is that the way that Bernie and Carl play it, because they are masters of this sort of groove. And if you just put the groove part on and play with this as long as you want, I think you're really going to enjoy it. And experiment with the time. See how much better it sounds when you lay back in the little beat. So let's go on down to New Orleans, shall we? You know, I was born in New Orleans, Louisiana. They have a big sign on Route 10 that says, "Welcome to New Orleans, birthplace of jazz and Stu Hamm." But you guys didn't know that, did you? They really don't have that sign, but I really was born in New Orleans. This groove kind of is a blues, but it's going to kind of get us into a real laid-back, different kind of feel. To talk about the groove, about how laying behind the beat can really make the whole thing feel different. Whereas in the first 3 grooves, we were pretty much staying right on top of Bernie's kick, which is right there with the click, and we're playing the quarter notes right on the beat. In this blues, it's almost like you can't lay it back enough. And Carl and Bernie just really know this groove well, and I think you're really going to enjoy playing along with it. It's an A blues. Also, we're sliding up here. It's the first time we're really using to get that sound. I'm playing the downbeat, and then to get to that third, I'm right? And for the beat, that's really where you want to emphasize. You can make the downbeat a little short and then lead into that third, right? That's sort of where the emphasis of the beat is. There are 2 different ways you can play this. I kind of shuffled back and forth. You can play it with open strings, but I think when you play it down here on the 5th fret, it's just a little fatter because the strings are heavier down there. But I would advise you to play it through both ways, open strings and fretting all the strings to see the difference that makes in the tone. And lucky you to get to play this groove for so long with Carl and Bernie. So I'll go through it again, real simple. We're just hitting a pretty staccato downbeat, sliding up to the third and really laying into it. Little fill. Right? So, and then do the same thing on D. Let's do this one with the open string. See, it sounds a little different. Back to the A. Now going down to the low E. And we're letting it hang there. Little fill to end it. But go ahead and experiment. Try playing it, on top of the beat. But I think you'll come to realize that the farther you put it back, it's going to feel better. And if you hadn't understood that concept before, hopefully playing with these 2 great guys will make it a little clearer what that's all about.